Yo, y'all stuck with T-Cal right now. CT is having some internet issues in Georgia. That's his fault for living in Georgia. Told him about that. Didn't want to listen. So yeah, we're gonna go over the 8 players on defense that Coach Prime said are gonna play in the NFL, and also, we could do this in Patreon. If anybody wants to hop on, do a panel, I'm gonna send the link over while we wait on CT so we can chop this up. Always shots at Georgia. But what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up, babe? Nah, that's the internet. We've been in here. We've been in here. Yeah, I know y'all. Y'all a little thirsty. But yeah, we got some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Charleston, South Carolina. That's what's up, Bianca. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, this is live. This is live. What's up, Dad? What's good? What's up? Yeah, let me get this link in Patreon so people can come and chop it up as we go over these top 8 players. I'm definitely interested in hearing what people think, because I don't even know who my 8 players on defense, and he said like now this year they'll be in the NFL. So I definitely whoa. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, no, it is some crazy nonsense going on. Let me know if my mic's straight. Trying to get this link in. Perfect. What's up? Sacramento. What's good? Indianapolis, what's up? Sweden, love that. Love it. Winston-Salem. Decatur, Alabama, what's good? We're going to go over it, but y'all can put it in here. 3 of them at corner. I'm going to have to disagree with that one. And yeah, I muted it. There was getting feedback from the mic. Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Cokes. Yeah. Unfortunately, a member of Surviving T-Cal. So I just gotta put this up here because I've been warning everybody constantly. And he was one of the ones in the chat. And I told him, I said, hey, nobody can beat me on college football. Like nobody. And people thought I was joking. He thought I was joking as well. So he had to find out the hard way. And I'll just show you what he had to find out in a second. But this isn't a game. I take it very seriously. And yeah, that's what he had to learn. Where is it at? In the team, it was on Oregon too. So that was just the loveliest of lovely. But yeah, y'all comment y'all 8 while we try to get everybody in. There we go. Middle East, that's what's up. That's what's up. Nah, definitely don't got no scrubs on. This is my my Mariners jersey. It's my Mariners jersey. No scrubs. What's up? What's up? What's up? Texas, Houston. I'm gonna come back to X in the cut. Lauderdale, South Carolina. What's up? What's up? Shane Coke's a wild card. Yeah, anybody in Patreon, I just dropped the link into the private chat. Shane Cokes, yeah. And yeah, Decepticon, you already know what I was talking about. Comeback King. We don't play for ties. We do not play for ties. Not just in the league. They don't have to be drafted. They do not have to be drafted. I don't know. They've been having a decent amount of off days. Yeah, you can go to the league as a sophomore. You just have to be 3 years removed out of high school in order to go to the league. And as a redshirt sophomore, he's 3 years removed. 3 years removed from high school. Chidozie, Buell, BJ, Dayon, Samo, Shiloh, Preston, Hunter. It's a good 8. It's a good 8. That is a good 8. Milwaukee, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. And even if he doesn't, I'd seen from his first game, and regardless, he's definitely going to be on a team. And that's what happens. What people don't know about is when you're playing in the preseason for the NFL, you're auditioning for all 32 teams. Doesn't matter if specifically you stay on that team you start with. Everybody's watching everybody. So as soon as cuts happen, teams already have their eyes on guys, and they'll bring them in. No, it got out of hand. It got out of hand. I'm trying to get it loaded up, but it's not being my friend right now. I'm not sure why. Oh, why? That's why. No wonder. No wonder. Here we go. So this actually happened today. This isn't me just getting it, showing this just because I told everybody it's not fun playing me on the game. Like, I'm not going to lose. There's nobody that's in this chat that's ever been in this chat. Nobody can ever beat me. So I warned him. I said, hey, you're not going to be able to beat me. And he said that he was going to embarrass me. He thought he was going to blow me out. And this will end up happening. This is, I don't know if you guys can see, this is the second quarter. He used Oregon. I used Indiana. D'Angelo Pons got the pick to seal it. He was down 48-7 in the second quarter. And he said his record was like 80-something and 30. So it got bad quick. Just please, I'm a different breed in that game. It's not going to be fun. It'll be fun for me, but he had no fun today. None at all. Man, y'all got a lot of comments. You catch up. Yep. Buff Nation. Trav, Hod, Shiloh, Sam, Hayes, Woods. I don't think Woods was on the other one. That's a good one. Trav, Preston, Buell, Block Bully, BJ Green, Hill Green, Cokes, Sam. It's another strong one. Nah, I'm assuming he's going to make the team, but the teams aren't made right now. Travis, Hodge, Shiloh, Hayes, Buell, BJ. Yeah, man, there's a lot of options. A lot of options. If Sam gets double-digit sacks, he's gone. And I'm really expecting him to get at least double digits. At least double-digit sacks. If AZ Kutze would have got picked up day one, I agree. There's the cut is when after all the preseason games are. It's after I be telling them it's not going to be good. And I've been warning and warning and warning. They don't listen. How do you get to the link on Patreon? It's in the description of this video. It's in the description of every video. It's also in our YouTube channel, or what you can do is you can literally just go to Patreon and search Buffed Prime. Will pop up, and then you can subscribe there. 3 different tiers. These were the OG prices. They've gone up since then, but we are like 450 deep in there right now. Like 450 deep. Let's see if CT is working now. Let's see if you can. Yo, is it working?
You never know, man. Georgia's trying to. Oh, Georgia. What's good, man? Oh, you doing your list?
Yeah.
Salute, chat. What's going on?
Hey, so William, this is the funniest thing. I was beating the mess out of somebody else online who had Oregon, and he pops in the chat and says, "Oh, he don't know how to play with Oregon." I said, "No, nobody knows how to play against me." He said, "Wait till I play you," and then yeah, 48-7 at halftime. I warned him, it's not going to be fun.
What's your gaming name? We want the smoke.
Whoever's, and I'm going to get down there. Whoever said we, that's not you. Don't. That's dope, man. We got to get a gazebo. We had one at our last house. Oh my God. Here y'all go, man. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Honestly, don't think it's 8, probably 6 or 7. I think it's very dependent on how many games they win. I mean, I know it's dependent on how many games they win this year. If you think Trevor Woods isn't going pro, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I definitely think Trevor Woods is going to go pro. I actually think he's going to get drafted and everything. I don't even think he's going to be
I don't know if he's going to get drafted. I don't know if
I think he is, man. I think he's in for a heck of a season.
Even for a heck of a season, the NFL does care about size. You can have the greatest season, bro. There's people that's led the country in tackles and not get drafted.
Yeah,
There's people that led the country in receiving yards that don't get drafted. I'm telling you, there is a lot.
Well, I mean, it's also, but I agree with you. It's also tied to the wins. You know, I think Colorado's at worst a 10-win team, so I think it's tied to the wins. You know,
it'll be tougher, really, really hard for him to get drafted. But I think he'll get in the NFL. He's going to have to play special teams for sure.
Yeah.
To get solidified. Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to get drafted. Yeah. I mean, cuts technically start now. People get cut every day. But they changed it. The NFL used to have like weekly cuts. Like they used to get all the way down to the last game. Then that was the last cuts. Now they do like them all at the end.
Oh, wow.
What's up? What's up? My gaming name, it is StrapKing22. If you ever see that pop up on your screen, just turn the game off. It's going to be terrible. And yeah, somebody should definitely be able to pin the links. Otherwise, I know we can. It was bad. It was bad.
Swank, Lou.
CT without his hat. What's up? What's up? Who did you whoop? Everybody.
Travis, you walked into that one, bro.
CT with the dancey fade.
Salute, Ray. What's good?
Yeah, there's the Patreon.
Yeah.
Y'all saw me talking my stuff on Twitter today. Because
running them receipts.
Yeah. And those were 2 videos of North Dakota State Scout that are in Patreon only. And it's funny that they're on North Dakota State week, and within one practice, got 2 clips. I didn't even watch the whole. I'm sure there's more clips of the exact stuff that I was mentioning for the game plan, what needs to be done. The coaches are mentioning in the exact same practice.
No, facts, bro. And I know you said, you know, the jury's still out on the new linebacker guy, but man, I just love his energy. When he said, "No, you're gonna run right to his face," I'm like, yeah.
Love it, love it. Ray Lewis, and I'm the one who brings this up all the time. Ray Lewis was 218 his sophomore year of college. When he actually went into the NFL, he was heavier, but he made plays at 218. But the NFL cares more about plays than they should, or cares more about size than they should.
Right.
Yeah, some people get stuck in the portal. Some people get stuck in the portal. mean, Kobe Dean, when did he get drafted? He got drafted pretty early though.
Yeah, man. As an Eagles fan, bro, it's been a tough, but they say he might start this season, but we'll see.
That'll be good. You don't.
Carl, you want the hey Carl? I think you trolling because this has been like 3 YouTube lives. You've been talking about you want that smoke. I see T Cal looking for y'all on Twitter. Nobody's.
It is tough for everybody. I mean, if you want to be honest, everyone. But this was X in the cut. Raise your hand, X in the cut. You in here? I know you in here. I just saw you. He being quiet now. He's trying to be shy, but he's in here.
I'm trying to be shy.
Was too smart of a player not to make it to the pros. I was too smart of a player not to make I definitely think he'll be able to get in the league and stay in the league, especially he's going to have to be good on special teams to do that. But there's a lot of funny business that goes on. A lot of funny business. If Trevor can get to 0% chance that happens.
235.
One, you don't gain weight during the season. 2, Trevor's really like, I know Coach Pryor said 224. If he was 215 at the start, he's not higher than 220. I'd say he's not higher than 215 because it's impossible to put on weight during fall camp. Like, not possible. And 230, that would be terrible for him. The reason he is who he is because of his speed. You put on 20 pounds, he gets slower. It's going to be terrible. Do you think Shiloh would be drafted as a safety? That's the only position he really can get drafted at. The tough thing on him is going to be age. Age is going to be tough because he's a lot older. A lot older. Marcus Harris, Wyoming wide receiver, owned every receiving record when he was done, and no one gave him a chance in the NFL.
He couldn't separate to save his life.
It happens, man. It happens. Don't tread on me. What's up? Greatest college football podcast. Appreciate you.
Salute, don't tread on me.
Has anybody heard anything new about the O-line? I saw messages from Tyler and Justin on X. What messages?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything about it.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, you here though, bro. Salute, MBJ.
Imagine how many yards Shedeur got to throw to have all them NFL shine ready. Will running backs thinking that? Nah. So when it comes to people see what they need to see. Like the perfect example that I use is Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs went like 12th overall and had 600 rushing yards his season going into the league.
I want to say this personally. I think the scouts obviously saw what they needed to see last year. They saw what Shedeur had to work with, and for them, and they're all showing up at the practice. But I mean, just to put those numbers, I don't think people appreciate the numbers he put up, and only 3 interceptions, getting sacked 56 times. That's crazy, yo. That's just crazy.
He's not. I don't think he's talking about Shedeur.
Oh,
he said how many yards Shedeur got to throw to have all of them.
Oh, I think they're going. We get at least a couple of them going to be 1,000-yard receivers.
Yeah, I think so. I think they can have 2,000-yard receivers. Don't trip. We're gonna stop T-Cal from bullying you.
Salute Shank.
Aaron came in at like 280. Got down to 255 like his last year, but he came in heavier. It feels weird. Yeah, he got a cut.
Bro, you putting a date on when you join the channel, fam. Just let you know.
Again, we can line it up right after this. I just played someone yesterday. How bad did I beat him? What is it? I put it on Twitter. You remember how bad I beat him? That tweet where I said, "Let this be a warning." Oh no, his record was 140-30. He only had 30 losses and 140 wins. I don't remember. It's let me see how bad I beat him because I know it was it's a lot. I beat him. That was 36-7 at halftime, and then he quit. So yeah, that was gonna be another 50-7 at halftime. Yeah, no, he's not getting 235, not a chance. That's and show me where they showed his weight on the camera and what it was. There goes CT. Man, Coach K, what's up? Just gonna let him on. What is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Let me see if we can get Coach K on here. It might be StreamYard that is having the technical difficulties working on my side, but is having trouble for everybody else. My fam played middle linebacker for the Cowboys. He weighed 246, and they told him he needed to be at 230. That's what I prefer. Is hey, give me somebody that can run. Give me somebody, you know. I prefer speed and being able to play fast over size. TK, I got a funny story for you. Scott Proctor announced that Oregon didn't like Preston Hodge because of his size. Colorado wanted him. Yeah, that's a funny story for sure. That's a funny story. Oh, the Senior Bowl? Yeah. Man, the preseason list don't matter. You got to get on. It's the postseason that you got to get on and get active. Yeah, the preseason list don't matter. I don't know why it's not working. Let me see if Coach K's will work. Maybe not. What's up? What's up? Live to fight another day. 8 players on. No, he said 8 NFL players right now. That's what we were talking about. 8 right now. Hey, NCAA gets nasty. It gets nasty. Yeah, CT Brimless. Oh, yeah, they all quit. They're like, this isn't like, people be thinking this is a game. This ain't no game. Let me see if we can bring Coach K up. Coach K, is it working? Okay, you take your mic up. There we go. I cannot hear you. I don't know if your audio, can y'all hear him? Because I cannot hear him right now. You funny. CT on strike. This is what happens when he shows up without his hat. Man, that's funny. Gonna have to write CT up for leaving work early. Oh, there we go.
It's working now, I think. Man.
What's up? What's going on?
What's going on, brother? I can't be on live with you right now, man.
Yeah, good to see you, fam. Good to see you.
Absolutely, man. It's part of my everyday now.
The Buffed and Prime?
Hell yeah.
Love it.
That and yelling at some kids.
Yeah, man. Y'all, when's your first game?
September 29th.
Ooh, that's late.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're in the Northeast.
Gotcha.
And that's one of the things too. Like when you get recruits from here, they got to be at camps going down south, and so they can play as much as everyone else gets to play in the country to be able to get those reps. So it's tough. So anything we can get to bridge that gap, and we training them, and it's big. So soon I'm gonna get them camps started.
Yeah,
and, we're gonna have to get you out here.
Yeah, got you. Because man, when like I was surprised, like I have family and like people that I met, like at rivals camp, stuff like that, and they said like they really play spring football in high school. I was like, man, we don't do that in Seattle, like at all. Like we do like spring conditioning, but they really be playing spring football. And yeah, this Coach K, y'all. This Coach K, y'all know him in Patreon.
Appreciate y'all. I love the chat. Always keeping it live.
Yeah, always. So,
appreciate you, William.
While we wait on CT, let's fill these out. So Travis is guaranteed. We all know that he's a guaranteed. I'm gonna put Preston up here for another one that I think is guaranteed. I think Preston, man, if he has a season I think he's capable of, I don't think he slips past day 2. Like I don't think he slips past day 2. All right, who we going for number 3? Who we going for number 3?
Chidozie would be for me. I would think Chidozie.
All right.
I think he's also locked.
Yeah, I think so too. The only thing holding him back is his height. That is it. Outside of height.
But you see he's studying film of only people with his build, with his reach. Like he's that's what makes me think, all right, now you're getting intricate with it. Like now
Mm-hmm.
you're actually saying like, what do I need? What am I missing? Not this is what I have. Because when you're just going with what you have, then I'm not really sure if you could. But he's only looking at DTs that move like him, you know, pivot like him, have the length he has. I think he's got what it takes for real.
And that's the same thing I did. I used to look at shorter safeties. I'm not gonna go watch no 6'3" safety when we don't have the same intangibles. Let me go see somebody that, you know. So I used to watch Earl Thomas, Tyrann Mathieu, like the guys around my build, Bob Sanders, so I could, you know, emulate that. So I think that's really, really good for him.
Yeah.
Next, I gotta put my guy, man. Yeah, y'all know I love this dude, man. I gotta put the Buell, Rain Buell, man. I think he's
impressive.
I think he might run 4.6. Like I think he's that athletic. He's that fast. Decepticon, Kev, what's good? Y'all can chop it up too. What's up? What's up?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's good? What's good?
Finally got to tap in with y'all brothers, man. Coach K, that out.
Yeah, I never tap in with nobody, but I had to this time for UTKL.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is the first for me. I never even started commenting. I just lurked for the most part, but I had to say, wait a minute. Around January 11th, somewhere around there, I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to tap in with some of these folks.
That's what's up. Like, I feel like I know. Yeah, I feel like I know all y'all now. Like we talk so much in Patreon, we be in the private. Like, you know, it feels like we truly are a community. Who yeah, see, I'm saying Sam, we're gonna wait till later just because he's so young. But Sam, I think he's gonna have a year to where he can pop out for sure. I mean,
you know what? That's what I wanted to ask you too. Like, you don't think Sam should stay one more year?
It all depends on what type of grade he gets. If he gets anywhere from first to third round, you gotta go. You gotta bounce. You can't turn down anything past that. So the way that works for people that don't know, at the end of the year, Coach Prime can get draft grades for everybody. So they have this system. I don't know how they do it now. At one point, it was they let you know if your first 2 rounds. If not, they would basically send you a grade saying stay in school. Right. But it may be a little more elaborate now. But that's what actually happens at the end of the year is he physically gets grades. So the NFL will say, okay, we think this guy's going to be this range, and that's how players end up making their decisions. So that'll play a big factor. He's great in the run game and pass game. You don't get a lot of DNs that are great at both. Like you have some pure pass rushers or some run stopping DNs, but to be so good at both and fast, I think
that's what'll separate it.
Yeah.
Because so many are going to call him a complete DE. That it's going to be hard for him to turn down staying in there. They're going to give him a full grade where others are going to have gaps where he doesn't have those gaps.
Yeah. If he gets, I say 12 sacks, 15 total tackles for loss, gone. Gotta go.
He's out of here.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
I think Sam should be in anyway opposite BJ and Dayon anyway. I don't think they should play Dayon and BJ at the same time. I should think Sam should be in all times because of the fact that he's more versatile than the other guys.
Yeah, I agree. And we're just talking about this, Coach K. You had asked me how I felt about the linebackers as far as who was starting. And I think Coach Hart just said, what'd he say? He said it's keeping them up at night on which pair to start because he's putting them together based on their strengths. So it's their strengths and weaknesses, guys that fit together more than just, okay, these are my best 2 guys. But what if your best 2 guys are just your best 2 run stoppers and you don't got one that's really good against the pass? And I like that. I like that the fact that it's like a free safety and strong safety. You could have 2 fantastic strong safeties, but if neither one of them can cover, I'm not putting them.
Right.
Yeah, it has to be a good pairing.
Man, and that also affects what defenses you call, what schemes you're going to use. And when I asked you that, you said something real that made me really think, and even about my own. It is a difference between being diverse and being multiple. Like because Trevor Woods can be multiple. Like second down, 2nd and 8, there's a stop. Cool. 3rd down, 3rd and 5, something uncomfortable. He's going to be able to stay on the field, and you don't have to worry about interchanging, switching. You're not giving anything away to the opposing side either. So
Mhm.
that I think that keys on it too, because then you're not exposing anybody's gaps. But he can't be in there all the time, even though he's so instinctual and he
Yeah.
can be a 3 down.
Hey guys, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely.
All right, so all right, 4 downs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see Anquin Barnes fitting in the picture?
That's a tough. We don't have actual film on him. He has some practice film from Bama. What I remember watching his one-on-ones, and Coach Qualls, Coach Q, my best friend that was the defensive tackle for the Eagles, he said the same thing I said. It was he stands straight up. And even though he's strong, you can only get away with that. So, and I think we saw a clip like right after I said that where somebody got underneath him and then he couldn't do anything.
Yep.
He's a big body.
Yeah.
Low man wins though, regardless.
Exactly. So I don't know how good. So we talk about 4 downs. Let's talk about the 2 different run schemes. And we talked about this a lot in Patreon. And that's a power scheme and then a zone scheme, like fast flow scheme. When you're playing against fast flow, you need to have a really quick first step, and you need to be able to move with the flow, but also stay in your gap. When you're against a power scheme, a more downhill scheme with pulling guards, that's what we saw a lot on Chidozi's film. You need to not be able to get moved. So for Anquin, from what we've seen, I think it definitely is going to be more based on what team that Colorado's playing versus just having him generically. But we haven't seen enough film. He could be super fast and killing out fast. We just haven't had access to see that.
Hey, I tell you, like I tell my cousin that trade stocks. Look, I don't know a whole lot about football the way I should. Just tell me where to put my money, man. That's all I need.
We got you, man.
Just tell me where to put the money.
Trust the experts.
Yeah.
So I got BJ in here. We put him in here. He's lower on my list out of the 8, but a big part of that was the loafing, because NFL cares. Like, even though people didn't believe it, the NFL, they pay attention. So I got Dayon Hayes. So we'll put Dayon here. All right, we got 2 more. Let's see if we can do 2 more without Sam. I know you're going to say Shiloh.
I'm sorry, T-Cal, but I thought you could catch any player doing a loaf here and there.
Hey, that's
that?
That's what I heard. Shoot, a lot of y'all was in there with us when we watched the Notre Dame Pitt game live. And please let me know if you saw Sam Okunlola at any point, even kind of loaf.
Not at all.
Even when we did Taufiq Thomas, man. His break, bro. I call him blue collar.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
He was getting after it, bro.
He's a little wild. He got to get coached more. He got to get his technique down. But I can coach that. Yeah. I can't coach what he does. Like, that's something you just got. He was running. So yeah, I love that. And I know y'all saw that clip from the New York Giants?
The big guy running out there running back.
Team too.
Love that, man. Love that. Yeah, man. CT can pop out that. It was funny. You had took your hat off, and everyone's like, I thought CT was bald.
He started it out.
Hey, that just tells you, there was no hat before back when the channel first started.
Yeah, because you didn't get it until your birthday in February.
Mm-hmm. Right. Emily promised me a cowboy hat, so I'm just trying to
buying time right now.
But yeah, this is just for 25 drafts, so just this upcoming year. So I got Shiloh, and I mean I'll put another one here, and that's Nakai.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, because I believe he used to play safety at Michigan at some point and then converted.
Yep.
That tells me he can run. Like, when I say run, I'm talking like 4.5s. If he has a good season and runs 4.5,
he'll grade well.
You're going somewhere.
I got another guy that I think, although I don't think Nakai is a bad pick, I think Cam is another guy just because of his ball hawking and turnover ability. If he gets a lot of turnovers this season or causes havoc, he can get a free agency contract with somebody and at least get an opportunity.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Cam most likely won't be drafted. And I'm not saying that as an insult. I wasn't drafted. But even when you're not drafted, like I was talking to a lot of teams. Like I knew after the draft I was going somewhere. I got invited to camp by the Texans and the Falcons. And the Falcons have been coming to my school for a while, so I was comfortable with them and chose the Falcons because they had the same week of minicamp. But yeah, Cam is a guy that I definitely think could sneak into free agency on a team. Because this isn't just drafted. These are guys who end up in the NFL.
Xavier Weaver.
Yeah.
I believe in Cam. It's just something about that kid that just like I think he's gonna make some noise somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's a leader, high IQ, high motor. Just doesn't have the measurables, but he has all the intangibles. I'll take a bunch of him on my squad any day.
His size is killing him.
The other thing with that is he's, like you said earlier, he's multiple. He can play safety. He can play nickel. I know, and I said it, I just remember saying it during his breakdown. I'm sure he can be at corner. He might not be at every down corner, but you can put him different places. That's really valuable in the league. Like they really place high value on guy. Tyrann Mathieu can play any position in the secondary. Strong safety, free safety, corner, nickel, everything. And that's something that's really nice to have. NFL wise, definitely got to put Trevor Woods on here because I think he'll get a shot. It's just about him landing, but I'm sure coaches are going to love it.
Special teams at the very least.
I think you could even leave a box with a question mark because I think somebody going to pop out that we don't even see coming from left field. That's just
no point.
And,
I mean, because he got so much talent. And I was looking at this team and I'm sitting there saying like, man, you know, we're like, oh, defense. I think they're just two really good sides of the ball just going against each other every week. North Dakota State game, though, is going to tell us how bad this team really is. I mean, in the sense of like, you know, how good, you know, how good they are. Because I just think that, you know, I think both sides, that's what happens when you upgrade the roster completely.
And going into Lincoln, that's going to tell us too.
Oh,
I can handle on the road, boy.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Look, man, look, look, I expect us to roll. Like I said, if they don't catch us early, when this train leaves the station, that's a wrap. Like I just don't think. I look, you know, we doing these Big 12 breakdown, we doing all the film breakdown and stuff, and I'm sitting there saying, like, first off, you talking about that 4-8, bro. Prime took over a 1-11 team, but we just gonna bypass that. We just
also, look at any metric. He's the only team that went up 3 wins outside of one that went up 4 wins. So that's a successful team. No other college team outside of one that had 4-win increase did 3 wins between the year before, and no one brings that up. And now we have better coaching, more like holistic, complete coaching.
You can
so
see
the talent plus the coaching. You're right. There might be 2 question marks because there's
all right, good
guys are ballers.
And
right.
In relation to this question, Cam will need to play like Bob Sanders to go pro. The NFL, and Bob did everything. One of my favorite players. But the NFL does not care about hard hitting anymore.
Right.
They want at the DBs. They want cover guys. They would rather guys miss tackles, but don't get beat in coverage any day of the week.
You just made the Matadors day.
And Cam is always there to make the play. That's the thing. Cam is always there to make the play. He's always somewhere lurking to get an interception. He's just one of those guys. Smart IQ player. Same thing with T. Woods. Same thing. Smart, high IQ players.
Yep. And Ian, I definitely know that he has the talent to play in the NFL. It's about him getting on the field this season. And I think I told BT about this. It don't matter if Colorado makes it to the playoffs, Ian could go until not get on the field till week 10, like legitimately play 4 or 5 games in ball when all eyes are on Colorado, and that be his ticket to the league.
Yeah, right.
So there's the recency bias. That's one of them. What have you done for me lately? I don't care what happened at the beginning of the season, but if I'm a scout and I start seeing like if Colorado's 8-0, 9-0, now all eyes are on them, and now Ian gets in a position where he's playing in the games and making plays. That's OP. I told y'all from D'Angelo Pons and Tyler Barron, I watched 3 plays of each and instantly knew they were dogs. The first 3 plays.
Yeah.
And that's how the NFL look at it. If they watching, they see a guy popping, they're like, hold on. We need to look more into him. Shoot, Cardell Jones almost got drafted off 1 game.
That's what I was going to say.
1 game.
It could be just a game in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
You get 2 picks in there, boy. And you
Jalen Hyatt won the Biletnikoff off of one game. He
Mhm.
what, he had 5 touchdowns against Bama. And,
Right.
all
That
right,
Tennessee.
yeah, that was they got beat over it. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Hey, TK, I
Yeah,
want to mention about what you said earlier. Look at like people will say, "Well, look at Northwestern. They look at how they turned around."
mm-hmm.
But the thing is, their schedule seemed like it was easier than the one we had. Like they almost lost to Howard University, bro.
What makes me so mad about last year is legitimately should have for sure won 9 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Legitimately
No,
should
I'm
have
that schedule
facts.
too.
Facts.
with that schedule, with that line, with
Mhm.
busted coverages everywhere. That's why it's such a big failure to me.
Now,
Now,
all
if,
Shador needed was one more second. Go back, and if you could add one more second, even when you were showing me the breakdown with Arizona State and Amarion Miller,
Miller wide
you
open,
just
yeah.
talk about 1
It's
second.
not even a second, maybe a half a second, maybe a
I
quarter.
mean,
second.
you're talking the difference between wins and losses here. And then I'm offended because I'd be like, you got Utah ranked number 12, and
Yeah,
it's like
that confuses me.
you guys
That
act
game
like
got taken
Utah
from 'em.
smoked. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. I just think it's wild. Like you know what I'm saying?
Cokes is another one that can sneak in. He can
And he show up like he been showing up for these last few practices, always in
Coke's
that
been going
backfield.
crazy. Coke's been going crazy lately.
Yeah,
I've been
always in
watching
that
him
backfield.
like a hawk, and he's looking real good.
we
He made
watched
me a
what
believer.
like,
I didn't believe. He
I
changed my mind.
I said when we did his breakdown, I was expecting the worst because that's all people were saying about Shane Cokes. Like, oh, this, that, he's getting killed. Watching the breakdown, I'm like, I'm waiting for him to get killed. I'm like, hold on, he's in the right position there. The ball cut back, but that's not on him. He got to his gap and everything. And then seeing it now, like everything he's doing now, I saw it on film, but it's just on a step up.
Right.
Like him making those he didn't have a single TFL last year. Not one. And now we're seeing him in the backfield. He had a lot that were close, like a lot of good Utah game. He had a lot of good plays. But
Hey, if we would have got 5 or 6 more of those Shane Cokes, I think we would have been much better.
winners, yes.
Yeah.
We watched him get cut.
He sacrificed himself over and over again.
You can tell his pad that quote from Livingston, that is Shane Cokes. You can tell your commitment to your teammates by your distance from the ball at the end of the
He was
play.
getting to that ball, yeah.
That is Shane Cokes through and through, a winner.
I'm actually excited to see Cokes and Chidozie next to each other. I just want to see what's going to happen with those two because I think they can make big plays in the backfield.
Bro, that's such a solid point because I sit there and think we always talk about the wide receiver room and saying like, man, if you got Travis, now you got a problem because you just can't double team any receiver on. And I'm sitting there saying like, yeah, you to put BJ on the line with Chidozie and Rain, like all that elevates everybody. Like it's just,
Right.
I expect like you no longer could really just double team me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a problem. Like you got to really think that through. And I
the
just
communication
think
part about it too, because understand how Shane Cokes is, how smart he is. He was out of position so much last year. There really wasn't much he could do, but it wasn't because he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
He's so smart. So now Chidozie is getting that, or whoever he's lining up next to when Shane Cokes is in, you're getting that. You're understanding where you want to be, and there's so much that goes on in between that line where you can communicate with each other that people don't realize. And when you have a smart person, you as a coach, you turn your back and you're good. You're talking about something else. You're dealing with something else. Like it's so important. And now we have the dogs around him.
Right.
And the depth.
Yeah.
Right. And then he can take a break. He can literally go out and we running somebody else in. Like it's like last year, it's not that
rotation.
You got rotation. I'm not gassed in the third quarter. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting rotated out like I need to be. Like the D line straight at least 2 deep. I mean, at least. Right.
And the same thing we talked about with the linebackers. I think they're doing that with the D tackles. I think they're in pairs. And we had talked about that before, way back when. I don't remember who. We weren't on Buell yet. I think we're talking about Amari and Chidozie. This is way back when. I was like, you want them in the same group because they want a significant drop-off. And I think Chidozie and Shane fit well. I think Amari and Rayan fit well, where there's no drop-off. Like you have 2 really good units that have guys that have strengths and weaknesses that, pair with each other well. Young man, you can look up the safety for Nebraska last year. He didn't play until late in the season. because we have some Nebraska fans on our Twitter and we have some on here as well.
Mhm.
I was talking to one of them. I said I don't remember which one it was, but he popped, and he was like, "What number was he?" And I told him what number it was. He was like, "Oh yeah, he didn't play till late in the season." I said, "Well, he looked great on film." He said, "Yeah, he's with the Raiders now." Hadn't played at all, but had played a few games late in the season. I'm telling y'all, y'all should know by now. I don't make things up. I'm telling you how it goes. Cardale Jones, all you got to do is shine.
He popped that. Yeah.
And if the scouts see you, they will find you.
Get that invite. You think if Ian Massey gets an invite based off of 1 or 2 games, hopefully it's a bowl game or something, and he shows that pristine footwork, how fluid he is, how multiple he could be as a big corner or a regular size safety with speed and range, playing either free safety or something. I mean, come on, man.
And let's take a step back from that. You see the scouts at practice now.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, they there now.
They took game 6.
Yeah, all season. You don't think scouts are seeing a guy in practice like, hey, we need to keep our eye on him. This is a guy we'll invite into camp and see what he can do. Because y'all seen it when we watched the actual practice film.
Yeah,
he it's so efficient. It's just different.
Hey, T-Cal, you see my man McClendon? I heard he balling too, man.
I'm so curious about that. We got 2 guys in the league at DN, right? It's McClendon and who's the other one?
Austin, what's his name?
I think
Didn't he go to
he in the UFL,
Canadian League or UFL?
No, not Jordan. There's another Leonard Payne.
Leonard Payne.
Miami, right?
Yeah.
That's 2, but they didn't pop last year.
I think though, but I think that goes back to what you always said. Like, and I think people, once again, last year was such a just it was just crazy. But you got the Alabama system coming in. You can't, and he didn't bring his own coaches, so you can't. So he has to teach the coaches, and then expect the coaches to turn around and teach the players. Right. And you saw that, like, you can't in that year, like, it was just and you said how complicated that system is. And Colton was kind of talking about it.
Can get that year 1,
right? So it's just
not possible.
I'm not surprised these players are popping, right? Because they didn't have that time, and that was the event. That's why Alabama was so good, because you were red shirt, but you had time to soak your whole first year is learning the system. So now, hey, I could put you out next season because you already know the system. You're that far ahead. Mm-hmm. So,
hey fellas, I think somebody. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
No, somebody asked in the chat about Torian Carter. Like, where does he fit at in this scheme?
Well, right now he's with like the 3s.
The 3s.
Yeah,
bro, that's not a bad thing, bro. I mean, you that deep. That's nice, bro.
No, it's a bad thing because
it's that deep.
When people are balling, they're not gonna get them out the field that much.
Well, if they balling like I hope they balling, we gonna be in some pretty blowouts.
Yeah,
but like private chat, people gonna be transferring then, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's a part of it. When you bring a lot of talent in, like there's I don't know how many linebackers they plan on traveling, but if you're in a primarily nickel defense, meaning you're only having 2 on the field at once, 6 ain't traveling. It's most likely going to be 5.
Mm-hmm.
So right now with the 3s, who's it? That's Chaney and Wester. So it might be to the point that some of the guys we were most excited about might not travel. Now, the way you do travel, if you're one of those guys, you got to be on every special team. You got to be on every single special team. But
somebody's flying Spirit.
Yeah. Or driving.
Or driving, right? Yeah.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah, Weaver looks good. Weaver looks good for sure.
Yeah, Weaver looks good. Crisp. Weaver looks crisp.
And
he looks better than every other receiver there.
Oh yeah, by far. And when we get NFL film, we got a screen record. It just takes forever. But I watched all of his film. He's separated. Like, that's why I said it don't matter I don't care if he makes the Cardinals. If he gets cut within an hour before he gets to the airport, he's gonna be signed by a different team.
I want my Raiders on the phone because they need a slot, and I want my Raiders to. If they want to cut him, go get Zay.
The same thing about my Giants. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's it.
Hey, your Giants need a
quarterback right now, man.
I don't want to talk. Listen.
Look, my Jets need Jesus, man. I don't want to hear nothing. My Jets need something, man.
Hey, Jada, send the picture. Send the picture. He said the special teams got leaked on Welloff. Wester and Massey aren't kickoff, so they traveling.
Oh, let's go.
You ain't leaving that talent behind.
but remember, Massey's never played in college, so for some reason he's on the travel squad already. I can't wait. That's the one. There's a lot of receipts I got, but that's the one that I can't wait to say I told you.
So. I'm just trying to say, hey, you gonna earn it. I'm gonna make you climb, but you get there, you gonna. And that's the cool thing. Like a lot of people say, hit the transfer portal, but you ain't gonna get no light brighter than when you in Boulder. Like you can like. And I say that because look at the ratings. The ratings speak for itself. Yeah. Everybody, people, they're talking about Game 4. All they want to talk about is when the Buffs is coming to town. They don't care about it. Like, look at the Nebraska fans. You forget they even played. They got a game in week 1. All they talking about is
right.
All the other squads talking about Colorado, and it's funny. Right. I'm like, why? Even the media guys are talking about Colorado. Like, you don't even play them till like week 3. Week 2. Why are you worried?
Worried about a team that ain't. So you telling me who's in whose head? You worried?
I'm grateful for one of the things I'm most grateful for Colorado for is they showed me. I used to think that these people knew what they were talking about, and I thought I was bugging out. Like, why am I not? But like, they really showed me, like, how you have certain people on these lists and these people, like, your biases really play in, and you don't go there to see anyone. You don't even know who their transfers are. Your list of their roster is not even updated. But you think they're gonna win 3 games this year. Like, they didn't get exponentially better. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, so that's when I realized, oh, this is all a sham. Like,
right, but you can have Arizona ranked in the top 25, and Arizona just ran the clock out to win that game. Like that.
Oh, hold on. Well, no, you can't do that, CT. They had like
this team is significantly better.
But bro, they literally had like quarterback. Yeah, like you can't do that.
Hey, man,
you got Arizona.
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm saying you act like you putting them all the way up there. You act like man, come on, man.
No, but see, no, I'm fine with that because until we see it on the field, like it's a prove it. The same thing Travis Hunter said. Travis said right now we're the most trash team in the Big 12 because they haven't are what you put on tape. You were 4-8 on tape.
It's true.
We know more. We've seen more.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that everybody else has to have the same respect. Like they went 4-8.
Facts.
That's true.
But hey, T-Cal, real quick. This is a good thing though, because I'm a betting man. So this is all working out for me. The odds are high against us, and hey, we are about to make a lot of money.
We are 7-point underdogs to Nebraska.
I picked Colorado plus 14.
Hold on, what?
I picked Colorado plus 14.
Minus 14.
Minus 14, yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, if they plus 14, I'm finna run to Tennessee. I don't even need my car.
Don't even need the car. I'm gone.
Yeah, I will walk if I need to.
That's what I'm saying. People still assume that this is gonna be the 4-8 squad from last year that's gonna show up until you get punched in the mouth. You know, I'm over the whole, hey, North Dakota State, you got to work. No, look, these guys are they know what they got to do. It's not like Prime went and got starters out of the Big 12. Like these guys are this season they're proven. So I just think like, hey, you need to be over on North Dakota State saying, hey, you guys need to worry about coming in Boulder. Like I'm telling you,
North Dakota State is worried, but they have nothing to lose.
Right, they have nothing to lose. Right,
at all. If
they're gonna play like that,
exactly. There's gonna be.
That's why I said trick plays. Everything's coming. Yeah. They bringing it. They throwing.
They're gonna bring everything out.
You got to bring everything.
Colorado State, and I told CT when it happened. I said I feel really good about this because they're having to use a trick play to score, but we couldn't turn it up on offense. Anytime a team uses a trick play to score, especially in like the first, second quarter, they're desperate. Yeah. They are desperate. But when you score off of it, it's tough. So yeah, I don't have a problem with people ranking Colorado low and this and that. And like I didn't know either, Coach K, for sure. But now I know these people don't watch nothing. They don't, even if they do watch it, they wouldn't know what they're watching. So it wouldn't matter anyways. Like after I was told Tyler Barron was trash, and then we watched him just be an abusive.
Tyler Barron was so good. As soon as Steve Cal sent me the film, I knew who he was popping out. I was like, man, this
that just showed that people don't know what they're watching. So they're only going to go off of last year. Doesn't matter what happened. That's all that they're going to do is go off last year. They're going to go off names of teams. Like I looked it up. USC was ranked in the top 25 a few years ago after going 4-8 the year before. Like that shocked me, but it's because it has the name. It's
Mhm.
USC. So, certain things like that are going to happen, even though, I don't agree with it. But, I'm not mad at people for talking about being, that's what they put on tape. But
I
now
don't think USC winning 7 games this year. I'm sorry.
that's what I told CT. He said,
defense is-
CT said he was hyped to see, who was it? USC and LSU? Is that who played?
Yeah. Mhm.
LSU gonna slaughter them.
dog
Oh,
stomp.
bro, look, I'm trying to
I
get
want to know who
yeah.
LSU got because they lost, 2 first-round receivers in the Heisman winner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a
But where's USC defense though?
Nah, non-existent. Didn't they get somebody from North Dakota State to go help them out?
The receiver.
So that's the craziest thing. So I heard somebody say Matt Entz is the head coach for North Dakota State. He's not. Matt Entz was the North Dakota State coach like in January, left to be the linebacker coach
At USC.
That's crazy to me.
Crazy.
Even a head coaching job to be a position, not even a coordinator, but a position coach, that was different. I definitely think Bentley could find his way. Let me put it up here just in case someone screenshots. I know how these goofies be. Y'all know I'm a y'all know I love Bentley. There's a lot of guys. Like the more we going through it, there's a lot of guys, but it's so dumb that it's dependent on it. But it's dependent on how much they win.
Yeah.
It's dependent on how much they win. If Colorado wins 10 games, they will have 8 guys drafted minimum.
Easy.
Because right now we're just looking at defense. We're not looking at LeJontay,
Offense.
Shedeur, somebody
Shepard.
on the line. Like, yeah,
Jimmy.
we're just looking at defense. So now put offense in the mix and they win and think about all the guys that could be drafted. So yeah, it could, and then you got the free agency and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now there's gonna be some surprises, man. Like Jeremiah Brown, the fact that he's, going with the 2s right now. Like there's gonna be some guys that we expected to ball who get overtook by somebody that we had no idea was even in contention. It happens. Like that's gonna happen. And like we don't have film on Jeremiah Brown. I saw him flash during the spring game, but there's nothing that we can see. So I would trust in the coaches. Sounds like he's balling right now.
Right. Yeah.
I'm excited. That's going to be a good surprise to be able to
And
actually see him.
We're you said this before, T-Cal, but we're spoiled, right? Like relatively speaking, nobody has access like we do. So we see everything behind the scenes, but it's not everything. It's a fraction. But compared to what we've always gotten, it's a lot.
Or what any other
Those
college
things
did.
that are cut up, you don't know. There's 2 people balling right now out of their mind, and we haven't seen 15 seconds of footage on.
There was something that
if y'all remember, everyone was asking where Colton Hood was when practice started. He was not being shown, and I said, "I promise you," because I remember J-Dot was like, "Yeah, he's strapping up," and I texted him. I said, "Bro, I'm not seeing you on well off, so I know that means you getting it in." And then we started seeing him, and it's like, "Okay, yeah, he's getting it in." So yeah, there's definitely stuff that we are not seeing. And speaking of spoiled, I just thought about this. I was like, okay, let's think of a scenario of how we lose to North Dakota State. Let's say the linebackers are playing bad. We got another set of linebackers. Like if you got 2 playing bad, we got 2 more dogs that can go in. Receivers. If we got 2 receivers playing bad, we got 2 more receivers. Like there's just so much depth that even if you got people that have an off game or you got some, soft tissue injuries, I feel like we're deep at every position. Safety is my question mark for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of safety, and I just don't know at tight end, O-line, we please keep our starters healthy. But like those positions, I would not be worried if I see Braden Keith go in the game at corner. I would not be worried in this. In
Me neither. That means we up by 21. That means we covered our bets.
No. I'm teasing. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, that's not a liability at all.
Down to your exactly. Thank you. Liabilities. We do not have the liabilities I felt like we had last year. Like at corner, that Oregon game, like shoot, they probably try to put. If Dion had his toes, he probably would have tried to go in. Like it was
bad.
It was bad, and I don't think we'll have to deal with that this year. So that's going to be something really good. So let me add Bentley here because Bentley's definitely
he got potential.
Season.
A note
if you
on
look at his
Bentley.
stats last season, he missed a lot of starts and was still
did.
starting.
And look at the stat lines. Yeah, he was working.
I think he's in better shape though. I think he would tell you he's in better shape this year. He's better in his gaps this year. He's much better in deciphering what is a run versus what is a pass when he's actually taking the halfback out of the backfield versus letting him sink into the flat and then dropping off more. He has to work on his depth, but like he was good last year, but he is viable because he improved a lot, even in his health, like in taking care of himself. Like you could see that.
And that's definitely imperative, being able to be healthy and be healthy the whole season. The new coach, the linebacker coach,
love him.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to see.
He's impressive.
He knows what he's talking about, and he's passionate. Like
linebacker coach, the defensive line coach, man, they bring a different kind of energy, man. It's different.
Sometimes as a coach, you think you talk too much, or you know what I mean. You think you lost them here or there. And so the intricacies, you won't drill down on every second. It's like, I don't want to say waste your breath, but it's like, all right, let me just, and if you looked at that drill, I'm just do with my coaching hat on. And I'm like, nah, the details are there, but out the corner of his eye, he sees something. He's not going to stay here. Hey, remember what we talked? Like that is a coach. That is someone who's going to get everything out of you. Like that excited me. Just that
and the other part about him, that's an alpha male. Yeah. He came in day one. He didn't try to warm up to him. He said, hey, we getting straight to it. Knew everybody's names, everything. Like he was calling by name. It wasn't 43. It wasn't
right.
Like, right. I like that, man. I like him.
Hey, you're right. He's an alpha male. He told that, hey, don't you touch that. Don't you touch that, man. Get on. There you go. What I like about him is, hey, from what we saw, he's working on exactly what you said they need to be working on for the North Dakota State game. And that makes me like, oh, okay, good. You acknowledge that, right? Man,
Coach Prime really outdid himself with this coaching staff. And a lot of people are like outside of here are like, oh, no, they're not a good coaching team or they can't coach. But the guys he brought in there impressed me a lot.
Hey, TK, real quick.
Yeah.
Where do you how am I going to say this? What is DJ McKinney's chances? Or it's going to depend on the season?
I don't think he can leave this year. He's like he can actually leave this year, but corners are tougher. For a corner to leave, you have to like D'Angelo Ponce would be able to leave after the season if he actually could, because they'd be able to see 2 years of just amazing technique. In like Will Johnson would have been able to leave last year. DJ would be putting together 1 year, like even interceptions, you throw those out the window. I told people Gerard Holloman I think he tied the record when I was in college. Louisville safety had like 14 picks in a year. And I think he went 7th round. Won the Jim Thorpe Award, everything, because the rest of his game wasn't there. So as DBs, like, getting turnovers can be great, but I think he's going to need 2 years. Like he can be really elite this year, but he's going to have 2 years. Because if he is really elite, like something that I would ask, I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you look that way last year? Like what was the big change? So they're going to want to see him be more consistent before he leaves. Now, could he ball and potentially be a late pick? Yeah. But would that be smart? No. Like you want to, especially the way NIL is now. That it was different back in the day. Like Taylor Mays, that situation was so crazy. When he stayed an extra year instead of coming out, because he lost so much money from doing that. But now these guys, I mean, shoot, some of them, if DJ McKinney balls out enough to be able to go in the league, he'll probably have a 7-figure NIL. So why am I in a rush to go to the league when I can get 7 figures now and continue to work on my craft without it being like a true job yet? Like it's a job, but it's not NFL job yet. Yeah, you know, we keeping the main thing over here. We talking ball, kicking it, no gossip, no funny stuff. No, this was awesome. This was awesome. But all right, y'all, appreciate JP, Coach K, Decepticon, everybody that came up. Absolutely awesome. We will be seeing y'all on Patreon tomorrow. And we will holler at y'all soon. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna take y'all off the stage.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good night, man.
Y'all. Absolutely,
all right, bro. Y'all be easy.
Yeah.
Salute, fam. Appreciate y'all.
CT, boss by 50.
Man by 50. You can call it.
Boss by 50s. All right, CT, man. What's your final words, man?
Okay, to evolve. Boss by 80. Somebody.
Do your words match your video?
Yeah, and for my boy TKL, CT the fan. Yeah, we on that buff train, man. Yeah, the boys, they put it down. I watch them every day. Hey, they gon' put you on a pedal, or they gon' put you down there where you belong. They ain't gon' care for you. Nah, they ain't gon' care for you. Yeah, they gon' love on you. They gon' tell you what to do to get yourself better.